It is Tuesday, November 13th. Welcome back to the vlog. So, Internet, do you remember how when I got home from PAX earlier this fall, I was like, oh my god, the most amazing thing happened at PAX is going to be so awesome and I can't wait to tell you all about it, but that day is not going to be today. And you guys were all like, oh my god, I hate you so much, you're such a tease. But then you stuck around anyway. Aren't you glad you did? I'm glad you did because today I get to tell you about it and I'm so excited about this. I can't even begin to tell you. So, anyway, I have to get to this because I only have a few minutes. The very short version of this story is that I wound up with 2 copies of Just a Geek, one of which was signed to me by Wil Wheaton, and the other one was blank because I bought it when it first came out and never had the guts to ask him to sign it to me. So it became very important to me that something really awesome come out of this unsigned original copy of the book, and so I took it up to PAX with me with the vague idea of having a bunch of people sign it and then auctioning it off for charity. And when I presented this idea to Wil Wheaton, he said, that's a great idea, you should do that. And then he signed it and said, tell me how it goes, and handed the book back to me, which meant I had to do it. And I'm terrified of asking people for things. I just am. But I did. And, you know, I don't know why I thought that everybody at PAX would just, sign a simple signature to this book. I really don't know why. I honestly thought that's what would happen, but do you know what happens when you get a bunch of comedian, performer, writer, musician types together at the end of a convention later in the day when they're all tired and a little bit punch drunk, and you start walking up to them and saying, hey, would you sign Wil Wheaton's book for charity? Do you know what happens? Magic happens! That's what happens. I cannot believe how well this book turned out. It blows my mind how well this book turned out. It started out looking like this. See? Pretty. Simple. Gorgeous cover. Non-beardy Wil Wheaton, because he didn't have a beard then. There'd be any other reason to not have a beard. But, wonderful. Worth reading, by the way. It's a really good book. And it ended up looking a little different. And this is the part where I'm a jerk, because I didn't take a video of the book before I sent it out, after everybody had signed it. So there is a link to the photo album for it in the doobly-doo, so you definitely need to go look at that. As to where it is now, that is the other part that has me so excited! So do you guys know what Desert Bus is? Desert Bus is a weekend-long gaming charity event, and it's run by the people who do Loading Ready Run, and it's sort of like Jump Rope for Heart, but with gaming. And so people send in pledges to keep them gaming for longer periods of time, and then while the gaming is going on, because I put the whole thing on the internet, it's all live streamed and everything, they have auctions going on. Some things are silent auctions and you can bid on them throughout the weekend. Others are live auctions. Geek royalty type people will call in and do interviews and auction things off on the spot, and it's always really fun. And all of the proceeds and all of the money and everything raised through this event goes to benefit Child's Play, which helps sick kids in hospitals feel better by sending them games and entertainment and other things that are amazing. And the book is going to be a part of it. And I'm so excited. And not just because they're taking care of all of the business end of it for me, but just because to be a part of something that awesome and that major is kind of a huge honor. So I'm really proud of this book and getting to be a part of Desert Bus and getting to raise money for Loading Ready Run for charity. It all goes to charity, but it's done by Loading Ready Run. I'm fumbling all over my words right now. The point, since I am almost at 4 minutes, is to tell you to go check out the Desert Bus website. The book is up for silent auction. You can start bidding on it Friday, I think, so I'll be talking about it more on Thursday. And there are a bunch of other things that you can bid on, and of course you're going to want to tune into it because it's going to be amazing, and we're going to raise a whole bunch of money for charity, and I get to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see how my little book does. Well, I guess it's Wil Wheaton's book, and it's a big deal, but you guys know what I mean. So, more information than you could possibly want about this is in the doobly-doo. There's a link to the blog post that I wrote about this, which has much more of the story that goes into it. There's a link to the Desert Bus website. There's a link to the Child's Play website. There's a link specifically to the book's page on the Desert Bus website. And yeah, so that is the really cool thing that I couldn't tell you about until now because I wanted to make sure that all of the T's were dotted and the I's were crossed. And yeah, it's gonna be so awesome. I cannot wait to see how this goes. So go check all of that out. Learn all about it. Figure out what you want to buy. Maybe think about a bid on the book. And I will be back to talk more about it and more about specifically Child's Play and Desert Bus on Thursday. But I wanted to tell you guys about the book because I'm so excited. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in a couple of days. See you guys later.